Good morning, class 7th. Our today's topic is rocks and minerals. Before this, we have already studied about that the earth is divided into three layers inside, underground. The first layer is known as crust, second one is known as mantle, and the third one is core. So the outer layer of the earth is known as crust, and it is made up of rocks and minerals. Minerals are the substances which are obtained by mining the earth crust. Minerals are those substances which are obtained by mining the earth crust. Any natural solid substance that is aggregate of one or more mineral is called rock. Any solid substance which is contained with one or more minerals, that is known as rock. Rocks may be soft or hard. It is not mandatory that all the rocks are hard. The rocks may be soft also, and these may be of different colors, size and texture. Their size are different, their color are different, and their texture are quite different. They do not possess a definite chemical composition. In rocks, there is not a definite chemical composition. Means the chemical composition of the rocks are varied. When a chemical substance is found in larger quantity in a mineral, then it is called ore of that substance. If at a time when a chemical substance, a chemical material is found in larger quantity in minerals, then that chemical substance is known as the ore. Thus, all minerals cannot be ores. All the minerals are not ores, but all ores will be minerals. All the minerals are not ores, but all the ores are minerals. सभी मिनरल्स ओर नहीं होते, लेकिन सभी ओर मिनरल होते हैं. Thereafter, types of rocks. Rocks are generally of three types based on the manner of their formation. Means on the basis of the formation, the rocks are generally of three types. First, igneous rocks. Igneous rocks are also divided into two categories: intrusive rocks and extrusive rocks. Thereafter, sedimentary rocks, and the third one is metamorphic rocks. So, igneous rocks. During the eruption of volcanoes, eruption of volcanoes, whatever lava comes out along with gases and steams, that is in the form of a liquid. That molten liquid is known as molten magma, and when the molten magma cools, it becomes solid. raw, and when it becomes solid, it was too hard, and also known as the rocks. These rocks formed are this type of the formation of rocks are known as igneous rocks. These are also known as primary rocks. This type of rocks are of two types: intrusive rocks and extrusive rocks. Intrusive rocks. When the magma cools down to solidify before reaching the outer surface of the earth, it forms intrusive rocks which remain below the earth's surface. These type of rocks, when the magma solidify before reaching the outer surface of the earth, it forms intrusive rocks. This type of rocks always remain below the earth's surface. These rocks are coarse, textured rocks, granite, diorite, peridotite, and gabbro. These are the example of intrusive rocks. Extrusive rocks. When the magma reaches the surface of the earth and cool down rapidly to solidify, then the rocks formed are called extrusive rocks. When the magma comes out of the earth's surface, thereafter it rapidly cools down and solidify. Like this, whatever the rocks formed, that is known as extrusive rocks. The example of this type of rocks are basalt, pumice, andesite, and rhyolite. These are the example of extrusive rocks. Now, the characteristics of igneous rocks. Igneous rocks are hard and compact rocks. Igneous rocks do not occur in distinct beds or straits. Igneous rocks do not have remains of animal and or plants. Igneous rocks do not allow water to percolate through them. Igneous rocks are rich source of valuable minerals like iron, gold, silver, aluminium, etc. And around 95% of the upper section of the earth's crust is made up of igneous rocks. Thank you. In our next lecture, we have to describe sedimentary rocks. Thank you.